Yo, it's Guido coming at you with Coffee Talk from the left side of the Atlantic on 17 December 23. How's everybody doing? Good morning, Pilgrim.
Good morning, and it's Pilgrim with his Royal Blend tea, as usual, on the correct side of the Atlantic. How is everybody doing? Are we all up and awake?
Yeah, we are ginning up for Christmas, I believe.
Yeah.
Is
What,
that the
eight,
holiday?
10 days? 8 days?
I think there's a holiday coming up. Stickler, thanks for the sub, man. Eighth Hussers, Bonzi, Jimmy, Gator, Wayne, Cliffy, Muskrat. Who else is in here I missed? Did I miss anybody in there? Don't know. But good morning to everybody. Ho, 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 and all that stuff. So
I need
you're...
to turn my volume up, Guido. They're all saying it's...
Oh, I might have turned you down at one
You
point.
always turn me down, sir.
That should be better, fellas. That should be better.
Hello, testing, 1, 2, 3, making lots of noise.
Noisy, noisy. There we go.
That's
All right,
better.
excellent,
Better.
excellent. So we have Sewer D Day on Wednesday.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
This Wednesday,
Yeah.
right, so you've actually got people together to do the thing you need to do.
Well, I figure I can't actually ruin Christmas if I don't try to do a major construction project like 5 days before Christmas.
4 days, 5 days before Christmas. It's got to be done, hasn't it? And we need pictures. We need the rolling footage
Uh,
so we can all smile at your misfortune.
so it's Wednesday, and I have this idea that I might stream also while they're doing it, but I'll be back and forth a lot. I don't know. That might be stupid, but we'll see. You know, in theory, I should be able to get them started and only check on them every once in a while and see how things are going. Although I'm pretty sure that the concrete saw might be a bit loud, but it's all the way on the other side of the house.
Yeah.
But,
But so you're actually digging up the concrete. You can't get into the sewers via an entry port.
it goes under a concrete slab that was poured for a porch. So,
Which you don't have a porch on. You haven't got the porch on.
no, it's got my
No.
my standard Florida screen room.
Oh, got you. Oh, yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the old
Yeah, you
corner
showed
of the house, and it kind
Yeah.
of sneaks out at an angle out towards the
Yeah.
alley, and
Yeah.
then on that side of the house is the roofed porch, and the section that sneaks out under is under the little screened part of the
Sure.
porch
Sure.
that I had done.
Still a big old dig up, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean they gotta saw through the freaking concrete.
Have you? So you've got skips arriving and things like that to take all the
I'm not
concrete
sure
away?
how they're gonna do that. It's not. So it's gonna be trenched. I mean, I imagine it's only gonna be maybe that wide, right?
All right.
And
Right.
along with the piping. So it's not a
Right.
demo of the slab. It's a locate the pipe, cut out
Oh,
a
they're going to locate the
rectangle.
pipe and then dig down around it. Okay,
Right,
that's
cut out a
fine.
rectangle above it so they can dig down and
Yeah.
get the pipe out.
Yeah.
But that's also going to require pulling up the pavers because after the slab, then that's all my paver work that I did.
Yeah.
But hopefully just along the line. They're actually gonna re-pour the concrete too, so it'll have a scar. I mean, you're gonna see that section.
Yeah, but you can mask that. That's not the end of the
Yeah,
world.
it's a
You can
porch. I'm
put-
not that worried about it. Maybe I'll paint it or do something like that.
Yeah. But that's a big old job. See, I can't understand why they can't access through. I mean, when they did mine in the old place, they I mean, I've told you this. They came through one of the, the drains, the outside drains on the main road.
Yeah.
And they had like a boring machine which they put down the pipe, and they basically cut all the roots away as they went through, and then what they did is then fed a flexible sleeve through, so the diameter's slightly less on the sewer pipe,
All right.
but it's a new sleeve that goes in
Yeah.
and comes out, wherever
Yeah.
it comes out, so it's all sleeved up. So I'm not sure. I mean, that's a big old dig up just to do a pipe, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like it.
that's an option. This company doesn't do that, but I'm getting a new pipe out of it, so that's
Okay.
there's
Alright,
a
and the fact that they're digging will remove a lot of the roots and everything anyway.
well, yeah, and then they're gonna put so the roots have gone through the old cast iron, the galvanized stuff.
Yeah.
So that as that gets older and gets cracks, and you get
Yeah.
and it starts to seep because it's sewer, and the
Yeah.
roots are like, ooh, that's good stuff. And then
Yeah.
once that little one hair root gets in
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
then it just
And then it expands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just starts absolutely owning everything. Now, someone said something about a porta potty. Here, the theory is this gets done in a day, and we're not even down on sewer overnight.
Really? That is good. If they do it in the day and put a pipe in, that will be good.
Yeah, they said they'd be here at 7:30 and get her done. It was also a lot less than I thought it would be. It's still a significant amount, but it's not at the top end of my estimate. It's nearer the bottom end. Clippy, thanks for the sub. Silver, thank you for the sub, guys. Much appreciated. So we'll see. You know, it's we have a good neighbor right next to us, and I need to talk to her, but she'll certainly let us use their bathroom that day, and everyone else will be out. My wife, everyone's planning on going out and stuff, and maybe I will as well. I don't know, but I kind of need to be here, I think, to just keep an eye.
That's not something you can just sit and let go away and let somebody do it, because you could come back to an absolute nightmare, couldn't you? So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it could very well do that. You never know. Once they start digging, you never know. And the thing that's got me concerned is they got to go under the crawl space, which is enough to go on your kind of elbows. So it's not super tight, but you can't really get on your hands and knees. So it's somewhere in between there, digging and that, because the pipe goes down to the ground. There's a good 20 feet, 30 feet of pipe they have to dig out under the house.
Right.
That's...
okay. All right. So the way I understand it, then your property is built with a crawl space underneath.
Yeah.
So you don't have a cellar.
No.
What do you guys call it? A basement?
I don't have. I neither have a basement nor do I have a foundation, concrete foundation. It's all on. It's a 1947.
Because of the area. Because
I mean, back then in '47 they didn't really build them that way, especially not down here.
Right. So you've got a crawl space. They've got to get under.
Yeah.
To take the down pipe out as well as then start digging out the.
Yeah.
Jeepers, man, that's a massive job.
Yep.
Crikey, O'Reilly.
Yeah, I used to.
Hey, all good luck to you, mate.
Yeah.
I hope it works out. You know?
I used to get under there and do work when I first moved in. There was a lot of old stuff because a lot of old work had been done, and they just leave the pipes and crap laying around.
Yeah.
You know, so I drug a bunch of garbage out of there at one point, and I did some other work, and it's been years since I've got under there, and I'm not even sure I can do it anymore, to be honest.
Right. Well, my mother's property was like that. That was built with a crawl space underneath.
Yeah.
It seems to be all the older properties are like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because I remember having to do exactly that because when my old dear got too old to get underneath it, there was like a little hatchway you could open up and then crawl on, as you say, crawl space.
Yeah.
And get underneath. But oh my, there was stuff under there from 1940 something. You know what I mean? I was like, crikey.
Yep. I've had to put in insulation. A place that had one was itching for days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Todd, absolutely, man. And so I actually had that done. I had to put insulation up underneath and plastic to put a vapor barrier on the ground. We'll see, man. I didn't really believe when he said one day. I don't know why he would say that, because I said, look, are we going to be down a day? Do I need to go get a hotel? Do I need to find, am I going to have a sewer overnight? He's like, no, you'll have sewer we won't leave you without sewer. Now, it may be that they get it dug and put in and not put back together completely, but I have a pipe.
Finish it off, yeah.
And maybe they have the capability of just,
Well, I guess they know what they're talking about, and if they're thinking it's just a single pipe, and they must have done hundreds of these jobs, you know.
Well, see,
so they probably know what they're saying.
And the way I'm looking at it is, like, more than likely what they're going to do is they'll dig it out, probably try not to damage it over much, and then assess, like, all right, we got it all dug out. Do we have time to get the pipe out and the new one in before tomorrow? And if not, then they might go, all right, the demo's done. We'll do the pipe tomorrow, which is fine by me, as long as it, as long as we don't go too many days. I'd love to not go even a night without the sewer being present for the family. So that's what I'm hoping is in the brain pan of these guys. That's why I want to be here.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've saved things around my house and projects from supposed expert contractors by just kind of looking at them going, are you sure? Are you sure are you sure? And they're like, well, maybe not. I'm like, yeah. I'm glad.
And it's not like, I'm not an expert, mate. That's all I say when they come in and do stuff. Look, I'm not the expert, but the way I see it, this might be the problem. They go, oh yeah, maybe that's right. I'm no expert. I don't know, you're the guys.
There's, in that conversation, there's exactly one person who gives a shit about your house.
Exactly, yeah, that's it. It's you.
That guy.
It's just money to those guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Christmas money.
Yep.
You know, poop talk.
All right. So that's gonna be special.
Can I just expand the poop talk for 30 seconds?
Please.
Right,
By all
no,
means, continue.
Yeah, no, we're on it. I received out of the blue. You know, we have the National Health Service over here. I understand. You know, you guys pay private and all the rest of it, but we got the NHS, and now I turned 60 a couple of years ago, right? And it's taken the NHS this long to recognise I've turned 60, and they've sent me a poop sample box out of the blue. I didn't know it came through the letterbox, and it's a box, a cardboard box. There's a letter attached to it. Dear sir, blah blah blah. You know, now you've turned 60. The likelihood of colon cancer, thank you very much, has been increased by exponentially. You know what I mean? Because of my age. So we would like to offer you the chance to have your poop tested. Right? No, this is not something you expect out of the. This is not something you expect out of the blue, is it? You know.
I've done that every year.
Doctors. What? Yeah.
Every year for years. That in fact, a lot of doctors over here prefer that over the finger thing.
Well, I've had that job done as well.
That's the prostate. The colonoscopy. The
colonoscopy.
If you don't have, if you don't have a family history, if you're not at high risk, then the poop in a box thing will cover that quite well, actually.
Have you ever tried to poop in a box?
Well, have you opened it up and looked at it yet?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Yeah,
the letter says, "Poop on some toilet paper." Have you ever tried to do that? Poop on some toilet paper. Insert.
Oh, you got a janky box.
Yeah.
What kind of bro? Ours.
Do not let the poop touch the toilet.
The company's called.
I'm gonna poop my hand.
The company the box I've been getting is called Cologuard.
Right.
Get it? Cologuard.
Cologuard.
Cologuard. But it's exactly, Cliffy. It's got like a little contraption, and it sets on the toilet bowl, and it's all set up. It's like a relatively large cup, so it's easy to hit, and like it's extremely simple. There's no pooping on it. What?
Yeah. I've got to poop in my hand, and then get the thing and do it, and then put the poop somewhere. Get the bottle, put the. Oh, I'm like, I can't do this,
bro. So you actually are only getting a sample thing.
Yeah. It's like a bottle, and you know,
right.
The pooping thing out, and then you.
This one, the one I've done is quite a large box, and it's got a specimen container like that big, and you do it into that, and then you seal that all up, and you tape it, and you put the date, and you know it's got whatever.
Yeah.
And then the box is set up that you put it back into the little secure spot, and then you close the box back up, and you ship a box of a full up specimen back to the company.
Well, they give you a little envelope to put the bottle in.
Yeah, I've seen those too. Yeah, I've had that test. Sometimes when you do blood tests and urine tests, they'll also do that. But dude, just do the business and do it. Just reach down in the toilet.
Well, the last time I pooped like that was when I was in the military. I was outdoors and we had the old. Well, in fact, it was probably the Gulf when we had those thunder boxes. I don't know. I might get the house general to catch it, but no, that would be disgusting, wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
Look, hold on. Now, Twitch has expanded their categories to allow some of this kind of speak, but you've got to. We haven't labeled it correctly, so you be careful here.
All right then.
Yeah. Yes,
Enjoy
Gator.
your breakfast, guys.
Yeah. Let me just have some coffee. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I need a cup of tea now. No, I just thought I'd share that with the world.
Okay, so that I understand that now, because I was thinking, holy cow, if you had to do a whole specimen on it, that never even. Anyway,
yeah, let's move on.
All right, 100 battle challenges moving along, fellas. The slump. I don't want to declare victory that it's over, but it has been much better in the last 3 or 4 days. So
Good.
I am not running sub 50% or deep sub 50% overall.
Have you changed your tanks now?
I haven't done much, man. I honestly, I've probably played a little more aggressively, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
If anything.
All right.
Not pants on head
That's
stupid.
unusual.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I don't know, man. Or maybe it's just randomly going better for me.
Yeah.
I will tell you one thing. One thing I have been concentrating a little bit more on is doing field mods. knocking those out
Oh,
for the
okay.
tanks, and then actually using some of them, to be honest. And
Right.
as I've really, it's been years I've ignored the stupid things. They drive me crazy. I wish they weren't even in the game. It's just such a pain in the rear dealing with it.
Yep.
There are some that are kind of mandatory for most tanks, to be honest.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't used them at all, but yeah. If the guru is saying they could be of use, then I might even look at it.
Cliffy, did they go back on that? You said for a day. Did they actually reverse course on that thing? That's funny. I didn't read that. I read the whole. Did artistic Bob's? Well, I like that. Did artistic Bob's? Did it get a little crazy in one day? Did you hear about that, Pilgrim?
No, I didn't. What's it?
Yeah, so Twitch. I guess there was a trend. You guys probably know better than me. I'm going to summarize it for those who don't know it as best I know. There was a trend where girls looked like or were basically bare chested, but they were using angles, right? A camera angle.
Got
So
you.
there wasn't
Yeah.
actual any full frontal kind of thing going on, but it for all the world looked like that. Whether they were or weren't, it was hard to tell. But so that was going on quite a bit. It's always been hot tubs and bikinis and
Yeah.
some amount of dancing and moving, but you weren't allowed to twerk and do like very suggestive stuff. So all that existed, and then that thing started, and then Twitch decided to sort of embrace it and try to expand, at least in a category, as long as you had the correct labels on it. And it was like artistic frontal nudity
Okay.
and
Okay.
animated like drawing or whatever, that stuff like that. Yeah, there you go. And apparently that lasted exactly a day.
Brilliant. Good old Twitch.
Because I'm thinking that the people immediately tested those boundaries in significant ways.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
If any major social experiment will tell you if people are getting an opportunity to take the Mickey, they'll take the Mickey.
Yeah.
they'll just do it, won't they?
I mean, everybody knew. Everyone knew exactly. Yeah, Twitch quickly reverses policy that went too far, allowing nude. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what gets me about social media is that Twitch will be like this, and then you can go on YouTube Shorts, and there's all manner of nonsense going on YouTube Shorts. Do you know what I mean? I know there is policies.
But this
on
was
YouTube,
this was actual nudity though that they were allowing.
Was it? Well, no.
Yeah, like no kidding. Like what? And I mean, in the interpretation of artistic, right? I mean, wow, that like
Yeah.
okay. So I mean, for all intents and purposes, that meant nudity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's just. I mean, all
Yeah.
right. To get the hits. Well done. Well done, you. You know what I mean? I think if I started stripping off and swinging my bits, I wouldn't get any hits. Or have you got to be of a certain gender to be able to
I
get
mean,
hits on
I
me?
would hope that if someone was near you, you would get hit.
Yes,
So
probably.
you get at least get one. At least get one.
Yeah, I get
Sorry,
the black
sorry,
eye.
Twitch. Not that I am advocating violence, which is
No,
a
not
great,
at all,
which
no.
is right there is a great example of the silliness of it. Right? They're like, oh, artistic nudity, and like if there was a moderator watching and we started talking about hitting each other for something, like they could take that and go, all right, that's that's you, that's a strike for you. You can't advocate
Yeah.
violence, even though you're kidding. That's how stupid the whole thing is. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just
Just
no,
over the top, isn't it?
yeah, and honestly, it's arbitrary. A little channel.
Cliffy was hoping for an updated Hot Tub Pilgrim stream.
A little channel like this could probably get away with some of that stuff because it doesn't really get noticed. But once you get kind of big, then
Yeah.
or if just arbitrarily someone's watching for some reason, and that's against the TOS, you're gone. Like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah. So you just have to be careful, I guess, innit? But
Yeah.
there's being careful, and there's always over the top reactions, always for everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
Yep. So that happened. What else we got
So
going
which tanks are you 100 battle challenging now?
on? We are Chieftain P in it, sitting at 40,
Right.
sitting at 40%. That's getting better. I have increased my win rate a little bit, and I'm actually doing some better damage in it. So that one's at 60 something battles. The other one is what is it? Oh, K91. I've clawed my way to 46% on that. That's on the upswing.
Cool.
What else? The CC67. Quite enjoyed this. This one's I'm doing okay. I'm at 54%. That's a pretty solid tank.
It is, isn't it? I like the
Yeah.
CC67. It is nice. Yeah, it works well for what it does.
So I was looking at the Chieftain Proto, trying to figure out. I'm like, oh man, why am I doing so bad? And actually, that number has come up. It was more like low 1900s average damage. And then I looked at tomato.gg or whatever it is, the one that has the stats, and I was only like 150 hit points average above the average.
Right.
So well,
Okay.
shit,
Got ya.
that's not very good. That's not a whole lot above the average. You know, that if you're only right at the average, then yeah, you're probably going to be in the 40s. You know,
Yeah.
you might be slightly above, but you're certainly not going to be in the mid 50s or up in the 60s, given a decent sample size. And my experience is 837, which is super low for a tier 9
Right.
for me
okay.
anyway. So
Yeah, for you,
I look
yeah.
at them like, okay, you know, yeah, 35% win rate's a little bit low even for those stats, but given standard distribution and low sample size, not that big of a surprise, right? So it's not.
So have you done field mods for these particular tanks then?
I have. Yeah, let's just talk
Right.
about it for a second because I'm starting to sort of get into it and listen to the smart people and everything. So this one has 3 of them. This one's covered up. So I've got the +5 to hold traverse and suspension. And you're -7 to maintaining speed crossing all terrain types.
Right.
That's not a whole bunch. Yeah, when you turn and shift, it shaves off speed a little bit more. But you've also got a better hold traverse and better suspension durability, which is nice when people start shooting at you and trying to track you. Ever notice sometimes some people are really hard to track? Some of this stuff helps with that.
Right, because sometimes it feels like you're hitting the spot, but it's doing nothing
Yeah.
at all. Yeah.
So I've got the -3 to aiming circle size and -7 to aiming speed. This one you kind of have to be careful with. If it's a really slow aiming tank, you kind of want to go one way or the other. So if you've got a tank that you're going to be close in most of the time anyway, then you probably want the aiming speed, and you're not so concerned with the accuracy.
Yeah. Yeah.
To some extent, it's to taste, but it's useful. Quit using feeling.
So just to take that one stage further, the German heavies, which are notoriously slow, the mouses and all that sort of stuff. If you're gonna be up, face hugging, aren't you, in that sort of tank? German heavies, especially tier 9 and 10. So would the field modifications that give you increased mobility for the turret would be a way to go for that? Because then you've got never mind increasing the speed of the tank. There's pointless trying to make it go a kilometer faster. But
I don't think they
actually
have.
to turn you.
Oh yeah, you're talking about this top one up here. This one's
Yeah.
interesting. 10%'s not that big of a deal, to be honest. I think the extra reverse speed is almost always better.
Yeah, for the very reason that you've said before is about the manage to peek and poke and get back from it. Yeah.
If I'm trying to get away, how many times have you been trying to back away from somebody and you just can't quite get around the corner because you're not fast
and you get
enough?
smacked in the side, or your track goes, and then you're perma-tracked. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Gator.
Is a retaining speed equals about a tank length.
There you go.
There you are.
Yeah, I think this.
All right, I might have a bash at that.
This one may be mandatory, and I think it is for all heavies. I can't see any heavy tank that you would want to not take this lightweight suspension. That's just my opinion. This one's to taste, the aiming one, but I think probably the aiming circle size is better than the aiming speed one.
Okay.
Just more accurate, a little more time. I think this is more. I believe the accuracy piece is more applicable to more situations, but
all right,
with like you said, a super heavy with an already decent aim time. Sorry, with a bad aim time, a super heavy or something with a big stick and a bad aim time, you might want to improve that a little bit. If you're always close, then you're not bothered as much by the aiming circle. This one, the view range one, I think is absolutely mandatory. It's covered up, guys, but you can see the card plus 3% the view range, and you get a little bit more stun. Take that.
Even on heavies, I mean, are you bothered about view range with heavies?
Oh, it's huge. Take it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll get those tanks that aren't at max to max most of the time, or just add some burn through, and you don't really care about extra stun duration.
No, not at all.
I mean,
It's
it
fine,
happens.
isn't it?
You get stunned, and okay, you're stunned, and that's a bummer. You have a kit usually, unless you're getting multiple stuns, and if you get a little extra stun, this is plus 3% always, and the stun thing only matters when you get stunned. And it's not such a crushing addition that it destroys everything. So this is mandatory, I think, right here.
All right. I'm starting to get interested in it because if it has such an impact, you can understand why you always feel like not inferior in the game, but you always feel like other people have got like, well, how did he spot me? How did he do that? How did he do that?
Yeah,
And maybe that's part of it, you know?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I might look into this actually.
And
But
then
it's
this,
hard to know what's best for what, you know, for what is best for each tank, isn't it?
well, yeah, I thought that too, but I think it's not that hard. I think there's
Okay.
very definite ones that are better. For example, this plus 2 kilometers to reverse speed, and a minus 10 to turret traverse or gun traverse. Who cares?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
+2 reverse speed is awesome, and a little
Yeah,
bit slower
yeah.
turret, probably not a big deal. Probably not a big deal overall. So I would definitely look into it, guys, and that's for heavies. It's a little bit different for each tank, but go to skills page and look at the recommendations for field mods. It's not an either or really. It's this. I mean, very specific. There you go. Cliffy just said it while I was saying it. Go there, and if all you did was do that, that's a great starting place. And if for some reason you just now the light tank ones are kind of interesting, and I need to dig into those a little further because there's some very definite trade-offs on the light tank side that are important. I mean, one or the other depending on what you're trying to do.
So Skill has created a page of information about this. As
Yeah.
well. Okay, I'll have a look at it.
Yep.
Right. Cool.
Hold on, Zemke, you're actually not modded, so let me do that so you can drop. Where is that? Oh, I didn't want to time out. I didn't want to time out, Zemke. What? Why can't I mod Zemke? Huh.
Cliffy's pushed it in.
Yeah, thanks, Clippy. I don't know why I can't mod Zemke. It's not there. What is going on with that? Am I at max mods or something? Is there a maximum amount of mods you can have? Probably. I'll have to look into that later, Zemke. I don't know why I don't have the option to mod you, so no idea. All right, cool. Yeah, so check that out. So those are the tanks I'm working on primarily, although this whole list down here, you can't see all of them, but I play all of them. Also, guys, you're getting a lot of ×5s from the Christmas ops. Remember, you have to win and use up your daily, and then every win after that, top 10 I believe it takes, is a ×5 experience, which will blast through mods, field mods, really fast. So with a little planning, I have 100 of the stupid things stacked up now because you get them all you're getting them from the dog, you're getting them from all kinds of stuff for Christmas. I have 100 ×5 stacked up. So if you got tanks you want to crank through field mods, now's the time.
So where do you find that number from? How do you know?
All right, go to missions.
Yeah.
Slide all the way down to other missions, and at the top right here, usually near the top of yours, ×5 for victories. Of course, you don't want to know how many there are without another click, so you have to click on the card.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So ×5 XP for victories.
I got 100 top right, completions left 100. And
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
And you may have some ×5s for various tanks you got along the way still existing. I still have some for the KPZ. There's one left for that one.
So you have to select the vehicles, don't you?
Well, this is a ×5 for anything. It says This says
is it?
These are ×5s for specific vehicles because the vehicle name is at the top of the card.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There you go.
But you get 5 XP for victories. It doesn't matter which
How do you have 860?
I've got 105.
Cliffy
You've got
has
860. Who's got 800? Cliffy.
Cliffy, I rarely play tanks beyond the double. That's funny, dude.
Wow.
I mean, that takes a while to stack up that many. That's been a long time you've been doing that. Wow. All right.
Wow. All right. Cool.
So that's
Well,
that.
something new there.
Been doing some DCS. You guys have seen those videos. I'll continue to put 1 or 2 of those out a week as the interest. If you guys have any recommendations or want to see me do anything in that, I've been working on getting the F-16 set up. I have done a little bit of BFM with the F-16. I did order a Windwing, not Verbal. I did order a Windwing throttle and stick.
So you were saying you were looking into that, weren't you? So you've
Yeah.
gone ahead and ordered that.
Yep.
Yeah?
So thank you guys. That
Right.
was done with channel profits in there. So once that shows up, we'll get that set up, and I can retire the old. Well, those will turn into backups, but I can retire those old T16,000 and whatever.
Does that give you throttle control on the stick and everything then?
It's 2 things. It's a
Right.
what would you call a throttle quadrant? So this thing, but
Yeah.
not this. This is a simplified one, and then a stick.
Yeah.
So it's 2 pieces. One
Two
for the
pieces,
yeah, and
okay.
it's got a lot more buttons on it than these 2 do. Although these are really
Right.
good. These are really good mid to low range. I would highly recommend the Thrustmaster 16,000 set or whatever it is. It's really
It
good.
seemed to have been in the past the standard one to get was the Thrustmaster, wasn't it? So, or Thrustmaster variants. Certainly the name was
Yeah.
was the thing.
Thrustmaster has the A10 Warthog stick, and it actually has a couple of their handle grips that you can switch
Yeah.
out onto that stick. The problem with the Thrustmaster is that it is a socket joint.
Oh, okay.
And what that means is there's friction there, and those sensors and that will wear out. The other ones, the Windwing is a mechanical spring set. So yes, it will wear out as well, but not nearly as fast.
Not nearly as fast. Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
hoping
that's
I'm gonna
good.
get.
Do the buttons are they key bound? The buttons.
Yeah.
Or can you program them to do? Oh, so can you program them to do other stuff?
Okay, the
Would
answer.
you want to?
Yeah, yes, absolutely, and the answer to that is sort of. You can bind it to anything. So once you plug it in, I think the Windwing you have to go through their software to do it. I don't know
All
if DCS some programs will automatically detect the stick and put
Sure.
the appropriate controls on certain spots, but
Yeah.
there's so many different sticks and setups and different airplanes that a lot of times you have to manually do that yourself through their software, and then that can be tricky sometimes talking to the games, although DCS is pretty good with it. I'm not 100% sure how that exactly works, but when I get it, I'll
Right.
figure all that out.
But I mean, you would. Oh, okay. So that was the follow-on question: was that would you have to program it for each aircraft that you fly, or is it
Yes.
more generic?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
because the stick I'm getting is the F-15E EX stick, which should be very similar to
Right.
what I fly with in the sim, but not
Yeah.
exactly correct. And then when you fly a 16 or an 18, the switches are slightly different, but there's enough
Right.
of them and they're similar enough that you'll be able to map it the way you want. But actually, I mean,
makes sense.
guys who are F-18 guys, they'll have an F-18 stick and actually buy extra sticks, and you take the one off and put the other one on, and now I have the
That could
F-18.
get very expensive.
Oh,
couldn't it? You know
dude!
what I mean?
Wow, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know that's what the Low Blow was doing. He had all that gear.
Yeah.
You know.
He had a host of stuff. I mean, he's. I went to see him the other. I told you, didn't I? I went to
Yeah.
see him the other month, and he's just gone so deep into this astronomy. In fact, it's not astronomy; it's something else. It's I don't know what it's called, but it's
Yeah.
like deep space observation. And he has spent absolute thousands on these rigs that he's got set
Yeah.
up in the backyard and all sorts. I mean, I know. I mean, I look at the moon. I'm not really interested in the stars that are a million light years away, but. Yeah, I mean it's cool. He's, you know, how enthusiastic he is about almost everything.
Yeah.
Anything he does. I
Yep.
mean, his cup overfloweth. I tell you, his cup overflowing. He just like about all this stuff, and I'm like, can we talk about something normal for a change?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, he's doing well. He does pass his regards on to you. He occasionally pops in on your streams when
Yeah.
it notifies. So yeah, he's doing well.
So somebody suggested a poll here.
Yeah, it was further back. It was I wasn't sure what to do about it. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember how to do that, but I can't see.
It was Gravelode. Gravelode suggested a poll. KP07 worth it for 8,500. I mean, I guess you click on suggest a poll.
So what's the poll? What
Is the KP07 worth it for 8,500?
07 worth how much? 8,500?
Yeah. And then, for me, as I don't know if mods can do this, but there is I think you have to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I think I got it set up.
Yeah. All right. And then on top of that, just to let you know that who was it got 3 boxes?
There it is.
Who was it?
Yeah, set it up. It's up there.
You got it.
Yeah. Sweet. All right.
Somebody got 3 boxes in the raffle. Oh, there we go. Sly Rascal, and he got 750 gold and 3 days of premium. That's nice.
Very good. Very good. All right. What else? The channel news. I think that's it, fellas. So maybe some streaming on Wednesday. We're doing sewer work Wednesday, and that's pretty much it. Doing some DCS. So I think, Pilgrim, it is time.
It's time, is it?
It's time to sell boxes. Let's sell
Yours
some
is
boxes.
working well.
Let's sell some boxes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. And we're done.
Right. Get boxes, people, if you can afford it.
Even if you can't, just like sell something if you have to.
Yeah.
Sell. Just kidding.
Sell a kidney, buy a box.
Sell. Yeah. See, then I'm gonna get banned for that now.
If you were going to get banned, you would have been banned years ago with the amount of crap that I come out with, mate.
I'm hoping you're my shield. That if someone gets banned, it's you.
Yeah.
Like you'll take the
ban the pilgrim.
You'll take the first hit.
Yeah, kill the hobbit. Leave the guru alone, but kill the hobbit.
Yeah, Cliffy, I saw that. Another good video by him, and yeah, they're still good.
Yeah.
I offended Guido. Did not shield harder. Ban him. Yes. Yeah, boxes, fellas. I don't know. There's not a whole lot else to say. Also, too, in addition to, I know most of you know this, but if you go into your store, there are some Christmas deals. If you click best, there are some tanks for gold. So if you're flush with gold, you can jump in here and go, oh, I'd like to get a Su 130 PM, or the aforementioned KPZ, which is now the pole. That's 8,500 right there, or the TS 75. These are all pretty decent premiums, fellas. And if you like 3D styles, you can get a 3D style. So there's some goodies in there for gold.
Yeah.
There's also and all the other 3D styles, the Christmas stuff. I believe there's a significant number of them here. Fair trade. Yeah, there's styles for everything, man. Check it out. You can even style up your Conqueror gun carriage.
Which you would really want to, wouldn't you?
You would.
To conquer a gun carriage, you'd really want to style it up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because you're going to need that big.
Back on the red line, everybody's looking at you, aren't they?
Yeah, you want that.
Yeah.
You want that.
Can I also mention what's also good value right now is that the German heavy line, the KPZ line, and the Swedish medium line is discounted. I have just gone and got myself the tier 9, tier 10 German heavy lines this morning because it's like half price, whatever it is, 33% off. And also the Swedish, I've just got the tier 8, I want to say 8. For pennies, basically, from your credits. So if you've got a stack of credits sat there, it's well worth it if you want to go and get those two. I mean, what's your feelings on the KPZ heavies, the German heavies?
The VKs, you mean?
Yeah, what am I saying? KPZs, the VKs. Because I've just kind of got the 9 and 10 now because they were cheap as chips. You know what I mean? I've spent about $1.5 million.
This is probably one of the worst 10s in the game, the Panzer 7.
Yeah.
I kind of like the 4502. They've all been power crept. The 4502A I always liked, and it was recently buffed, so it's actually kind of a fun little tank now. Better frontal armor, a little bit better gun, decent mobility. So it's a different kind of tank. I like it.
Yeah.
They're okay. These are okay. I mean, you had to go through the Tiger P. The 3001P is really nice actually, but the Tiger P is also recently buffed, but it's still not that great. So they're
Yeah,
all right.
well, when you get to the Tiger P, you've got the choice. I mean, I went down the mouse line like most people do, but I left the VKs alone.
Right.
But it's just that they're like pennies, so I thought I might
Yeah.
as well get them. So I've now got. I didn't get the tier 8, but I've got the tier 9 and the tier 10. So I'll give them a rollout. But I'll tell you what is good is the Swedish mediums, the Udes line. That's come out well. Cheap
Good.
as chips as well on the discount. So if you've got spare credits and you haven't got those and you want them,
Yeah.
might be worth doing it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the top of the tree stuff is what we're talking about
Top
there.
of the tree, yeah.
Yeah. The Cliffy says that VK 4502 was the original idea for the heavy, and that's where that kind of came from, a heavy that could run with mediums kind of thing. And
Yeah.
these lines have moved multiple times. You said it used to run to the mouse, but they added the E100, and then they put the Panzer 7 in and split them out again a little bit, which is cool. I haven't actually looked at these for a while, so it's interesting.
Well, it's one of those things. I'm never, like you said, I mean, I went for the mouse line, got the mouse, I've now got that in the garage, but I've got it purely because it's cheap as chips. And I seriously think at some point they will get buffed because for me personally, they play like the old GF, you know what I mean? The front end is now soft, whereas it used to be quite overpowered. So it is a particular play style. I think the Polar's ended. So that's why I bought them, because I truly believe in the future they'll probably get a little bit of a buff, and so I've got them in the garage now.
That poll, the poll did not give him much help.
No, it didn't, did it? Look
No.
at that. Well, whatever you feel like, I don't know.
KPZ07, really fast, shoots fast, not a lot of armor. So if your play style is to rage around and stay out of the face brawls, there you go. Cliffy just said the same thing. That tank is probably a play style tank. If that's what you like, or you want a tank to try doing that, it's a pretty good tank for doing that. Let's just put it that way. That's my opinion. If anybody else has a better idea, chuck it in there. Yeah, the Panzer 7's pretty far down for tier 10s. I wonder where the... Let's find out where the 4502 Bravo guy lives at tier 9. He is mid to slightly low.
Right.
So none of them are exactly tearing up the world here. Now the question is, where's the poor 4502? Way down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way down. But of course, tier 8. Let's get rid of the premiums here. Let's just look at Tech Tree. It is mid, top third of Tech Tree.
Right.
Tech Tree tier 8s, which is not saying a whole lot.
No.
So it's not, AMX 65T or OHO levels of bad. Although this can be misleading, guys. The Tiger 2 is way at the bottom. That's actually a pretty good tank. And
It is a good tank.
Yeah, a lot of this is tanks that you have to grind can be problematic because first of all, free players who don't have a lot of premiums play them. Second of all, new players are grinding, they play them, and they until they actually get them to elite, they're hating life. So there you go.
I mean, they're in the garage now. That's fine. I don't mind paying the cheapest chips price. That's fine. I wouldn't have bought them full price, probably not. I wouldn't have even grinded through the line because I've done the tier 10 heavy as far as I'm concerned with the mouse and the motion. But it's just handy to have them in the garage because you never know. Because in the future, if they are re-evaluating all the tanks in the tech trees, they may well get a bit of a buff, and that'll be useful. I think they need an armor buff. And they are a particular playstyle because they've got that, big long front end that sticks out everywhere. So you've got a side scrape with these, I guess.
Yeah, rear turreted tanks can be a little bit difficult to maneuver. So I think that's an interesting conversation that Diablo brought up. Wouldn't recommend a KPZ or to average players. I have a different take on that. As long as you know what you're getting into. If you're an average player and you're trying to improve at the game and you want a premium that is mobile with no armor that you can start to work on that playstyle with, as long as you go into it wide-eyed and clear-headed, knowing that it's going to be a harder tank for you to use, then by all means get it and learn something. Maybe improve. If you're average player and you think you're going to buy it, and because it's fast and mobile, you're automatically going to become a good fast and mobile tank player, then you're probably got the wrong mindset going into it.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's like anything. His advice is good advice on the surface, but I think there's more nuanced stuff depending on the player type you are. It's like buying a BZ 176 and thinking you're going to run 65% win rate because it's overpowered, and now you're a god of the field.
Yeah.
You're probably going to do a little better than you do with the rest of your eights, but it's not going to make you a better player just because you bought a tank.
No.
That ain't happening. Now you can buy a tank and work on a play style and become a better player, but that's you working on the big picture, getting better than just saying, "Oh, I'm going to buy an overpowered tank and it'll make me good."
Yeah. Well, that sort of happened with me with the guard. I bought the guard, which is rear turreted as well, and I actually love that tank.
Yeah.
It's done me great, you know what I mean? And I learned a certain play style with it. Trying to transfer that, for example, to the GF, I get spanked every time. So same sort of principle, rear turreted tank, but a totally different game altogether. So it's not necessarily, you can learn the playstyle for that tank. It doesn't always transfer across,
Right.
especially because the guards are medium and the GF is a heavy, isn't it? So there's a different mindset altogether.
Yeah, and what Diablo is saying is a good point. The Brosk is, I think, the most played tier 8. If it's not as close yet, it looks like it is, at least on NA. It's the best win rate. It's +1. It's 1.52 above expected for skill, so it will actually make you play better in general. It is. So if you want fast play style, then that's probably better. The Mars is up there as well, although that's kind of owned by really good players. And the Progetto 46 is up there, so that's a similar thing, a mobile, no armor pew pew tank. Although these are both auto loaders. One's an auto reloader, one's an auto loader. Here's one that I think is hilarious. The 122. Man, that thing got panned.
Yeah, that's done me well as well.
Yeah, that thing got panned by people. Everyone freaking out about its DPM. And I don't know if you go back and look at my review. I'm like, that's one of the ones I definitely called. I'm like, look, man, this thing it's good for reasons other than DPM, and it's awesome that it's been a pretty dang good tank. Plus, it's played a lot, 22,000, so it's not really a case of very few people have it. Astron Rex AMBT. Although, to be fair, the KPZ is in the top 10, fellas. So there you go. And granted, as Diablo said, wait for the burr, or I have gold and I want a mobile tank, and there it is in the store. So there's, it's all according to taste and what you were trying to do.
Yeah.
Aight, where are we? Shilling. What else we got going on shilling wise?
Well, there's not a lot, in the shop or anything else, because it's all about the boxes, isn't it? But
there is one thing I wanted to show you guys. There's and it's a little late, but if you go to the website, you will notice that there's a challenge for the well-deserved reward tanks. And at first, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. 200 boxes. 200 boxes up for grabs. Well,
yeah,
it's one box at a time.
Yeah,
And
200 times.
Just remember, fellas, you have to actually click here. And the other problem is it's done today. This is the last day.
Yeah.
So it goes to the 18th, which is tomorrow. However, and you need 20 battles. However, if you have some time today and you want to take a stab at getting a box, then you've got to earn the best average base XP in 5 battles. Cause the most average damage in 5 battles for these two. And then this is XP for these here. And you have to join it. So remember, you got to click. And then you got to click. And then you got to click. Right.
I ain't doing that. Not for one day.
Yeah. So there you go. That exists. Good luck with it. Good luck with it. So I wanted to show you all that. What else? I think that's pretty much it, fellas. There's not a whole lot else going on other than the Christmas stuff. Make sure you're clicking. Make sure you're getting your resources, going to turning it into coins for the slot machine, all that crap.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think you can reach the stage if you're fortunate enough to have cleared everything else on, Vinny's things and all the rest of it, those resources just go into buying tokens now, as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing else to do. So if you reach that point, I think this morning I had 20 odd tokens to go through, which is a little bit of a bind because you've got to do 20 clicks. You've got to wait for the animation. Then you've got to click the button again and wait for it. It'd be nice if you could do 5 at a time or something like that, get them out of the way. But
all right.
definitely do it because some good kit coming out. I got 3 sets of T1 experimental kit out of it. I got just loads of repair kits and stuff. So yeah, well worth doing it.
Todd, anybody who wants to organize and do Clan Wars is welcome to do it. I don't have the time to do it, unfortunately, and I rarely have the time to play it, but I have no problem if the guys in the clan want to put something together and give it a shot. It doesn't matter to me. You guys go for it.
Yeah, we've said that, haven't we? Agreed from the very beginning that if guys want to do skirms or they want to do CW, then yeah, if there's enough people that will come together. I mean, I'm the same as Guido. I can't, because of the time zone difference, I can't guarantee to be definitely none of the stuff that happens at 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't do unless it's a weekend, and then very rarely. But yeah, if you guys want to get something doing within the clan and drag other people in, just do it. You know.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think we were
we'll
doing
come on to that
strongholds.
other thing later on in subjects du jour.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
We were doing strongholds for a while. I don't know if the guys are still getting together and doing it anymore, but that was going on for a while.
Well, Dad was running skirms at one point, but like everything, you know, unless people commit, you can sort of turn up and 3 people turn up, you can't do it. So you know, it's a casual clan. There's no strict rules.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're going to be there, be there.
Who's challenging me for the most woof woof inscriptions? I have 25.
Oh, I don't know. I think I am. Let me just check.
I have 25. Well, they're down in the inscriptions, and they're off to the right side, pretty far off to the right side.
Let me just check. So they're in custom styles, inscriptions.
Yeah.
Woof woofs.
Yeah.
You've got 25.
I got 25 of them.
I've got 20.
And then there's a decal as well, but there's so many of these, I'm not sure where that one lives. Bad Dog or Not a Good Dog, I think it's called.
Yeah. Not a Good Boy.
Not a Good Boy. Is it a decal?
Yeah. It is a decal, yes.
I don't know where it is. Is it one of these?
Along with candy canes and all that, and cats and stuff. So how did you manage to get 25? You just keep collecting them?
No, because I got the...
That's all the Chaffy Dog does,
yeah,
isn't it?
I get 5 in a row, dude. Yesterday I got 5. So I saved up... It's 12 a day, so 48. I saved up 4 days worth just for giggles. So I had 48 to open, which ends up being however many per type. 11, I guess. Yeah, 11 per type. Yeah. I knocked out 5 woof woofs in a row.
They like you, don't they? They like
Dude.
you. Oh man.
I don't know where the Not a Good Boy is. Oh, wait a minute, this is
right. So you go to Decals.
Well, I know it's in Decals, but there it is. Found it.
Yeah, you got it. Have you got the?
I got 13.
Not 2.
I got 13. Not a Good Boy.
Have you? Well, you got way more than I have. What about Dog 2? Have you got that?
What's Dog 2?
It's the Tog with the dog head.
Yeah, that's not out of the bags. Yeah, that has been available over Christmas. So that's not out of the bag. 39 Meathead Militias, bro. Come on, do you even Meathead Militia? I got 6 Dog 2s.
Do you know what I've just found? I have not seen this before. You know, these things just appear, and I never bother with decals, inscriptions, all that nonsense. I've just seen the decal I'm with Stupid, which is a mouse with a T1 hanging off the side of it, which is so awesome. I might even put that on my mouse. Because remember when you used to do cross-tier platoons, you used to have a tier 1 with a tier 10.
Yeah.
That was the best time in World of Tanks. Running around with a mouse and you're in your tier 1, tier 1 light was the best. Absolutely the best. So, I remember a game. Here's a bit of memory lane for you. I remember a game we were on Himmelsdorf. I was platooned with whoever, I can't remember who it was, who was in one of the big German tanks. I don't think it was a mouse. And I was in a T1 light, and I managed to get inside one of the blacked out buildings right? So I was spotting the whole of the enemy, and they couldn't get to me because they couldn't fire in because there was lots of glitches. You could go through windows and all sorts of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I remember that battle. That was fun. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, I was trying to find the Meathead Militia thing. Is it a decal or an emblem?
Good one. Good
No,
one.
it's an
I
emblem.
don't know.
Nah, that's an emblem.
Is it?
Meathead Militia is an emblem.
How many have I got? I've got hundreds of them, I think.
Yeah, I've got 100 like of these pumpkins. I've got a bunch, all these Sabaton things.
141
I have
pumpkins.
57 Meathead Militia. I have 58.
You can't sell them, can you? You
No.
can't get rid of them.
Not some you can, and I've never really broken the code on exactly what makes them sellable and what doesn't, but some are sellable. I guess it's probably the same ones that you can purchase, eh? Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
So here's a funny little thing. I have a red little flag on my camouflage, which I cannot clear, and it drives me crazy. All the CCs have it because they gave us a camo, they comped it, and then they took it away before people could get there and make the red thing go away on it.
Oh,
so
man,
now
so that's permanently there.
Yeah, so now I have a permanent one new camouflage that's I'm never gonna be able to clear that little one away, and it drives me crazy.
I would just, that would just like, it would not do my OCD any good seeing that every time I clicked on it. It's bad enough when you go in, because Wargaming do this all the time. It's bad enough on the top, on the UI, on the top bit where it says missions. Sometimes there's always a little red dot on there, and you go into it and you can't find out why the little red dot is there, and you're going through bloody everything for ages.
Yeah.
And you're like, where's this red dot mean? What's it mean? What mission? Where is it?
Well, that's my problem, dude. I have a red dot. I can't get rid of this. It will never go away. All right.
Put a ticket in.
Somebody made a great point. I agree. The preset camo should allow you to put some of these things on.
Yeah.
And since I use so many of them myself, I have the same problem. I just can't really put stuff on most of my tanks because I use the presets. All right, we've been at it for an hour, guys. We're going to take 5 minutes. We'll be right back.
Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Now in the shadows came a mysterious chap who spoke in a tongue with strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos. To the coffee talk they both came, to bring the message of winning ways to all and sundry and the masses. Yes, that's right, lads and lasses. The damage counts and flexing back will keep you on the right track. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So in what, if you want to progress, then seek out Guido nonetheless. With his sidekick Pilgrim, he has a message that to win you must be aggressive. The position and place that you must seek, for the winners only, not the weak. The guru speaks, so listen well. His voice rings out like the Liberty Bell, to bring you all to Unicom land, or to die hard trying in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. swamplands came the mountain man to teach his wisdom and pay his due. A man with a name only known to a few. To his followers his words are true. Guido is the man, big and gruff. He used to fly jets, but now he does the tanking stuff. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. The mountains are home where he watches the moose and hummingbirds aplenty. But he saw the need for the Wat community to have a guru and lead them gently. Down the road to Unicom land will die, trying hard in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So he broadcast his message far and wide, using YouTube, Twitch, and various means, to lead you to the promised land of WR. Win 8 and damage counts. That a mortal man is only stuff of dreams. Win your flank and then go back, was his mantra for the pack, to which they shouted, yes, bossman, that we will. Win our flank and then flex back. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game.
All right, guys, we are back. We're done chilling. We're done chilling. On to subjects du jour, with which I don't have a whole bunch. Actually, we already talked about the field mod thing.
Yeah.
So we managed to cover one of those. What, anything in chat while we're gone? Message Deadhead when he's on. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about the Arty game if you want.
Oh yeah, great. Let's do that.
Go into the
Yeah.
other. Just because last week I wasn't here, I didn't give anybody an update. But what we're doing within the clan, and anybody else who wants to join in that is part of Discord, is that we're going to do a. This is Guido's idea, by the way. We're going to do an artillery versus artillery battle in training rooms, which will be streamed, hopefully. So it'll be equal artillery sides. So if we get 30 people, it'd be 14 versus 14 with one light per team to do the spotting. The lights won't be able to fire the weapons, but they can ram. They can do a ram kill, but they can't fire the weapons. So, yeah. So, and then it'll be on a big enough map that it'll be big. Well, it'll be big enough for the artillery to scurry away and hide in bushes and keep moving and all the rest of it. So we're gonna put that together. Dead's done a lot of work with it. He's got, let me see, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people so far. So anybody in the clan or in the Discord who's not in the clan, more than welcome. If you DM Deadhead or myself, and we'll make a list, and then we'll get a date together, work it with Guido, because Guido obviously will have to do the streaming.
Hey, what if
What?
what if after we finish up subjects du jour here, we just go ahead and try to do one?
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm up for it.
Like anybody
Yeah,
who's
absolutely.
at their client, I'll just set up a training room. We'll just pile in.
Yeah. Yeah.
See if we
I'm
can't
definitely up there.
chuck one together just for giggles.
Yeah.
We'll
What tier would you look at? People have got to have the tier, haven't they?
Yeah.
Artillery.
Well, at least 8, I think. At least 8.
Yeah, okay.
I was thinking
Yeah.
10 because then you got the bat chat and all that stuff.
Imagine 15 back chats all over the map. That would just be a crazy. I'm not sure everybody's got that high level tiering artillery. It's not everybody that grinds.
Yeah, maybe 6. Yeah, I guess the guys are probably right. You could probably do 6.
We don't. Do we want M44s everywhere?
Well, I mean, that's
what tier is that? Yeah. Why not?
That's what
From
everyone
the
will
league.
pick. They'll probably be everyone will pick the same arty anyway, or whatever they have. But yeah, let's try to do this. Let's just see if we can't knock that out just for a
Tier 6?
test run. A test run here.
Okay.
Just give us a
Tier
few
6.
minutes after we finish up. Other things that are going on. They got the Armor Patrol has the year roundup. Let's just jump in here and check out what they got going on.
Just a very quick question. Will we all need to be in Discord for it, or
I think we'll just do it. I'll just
do it without
you guys. We'll I'll tell you the room name and the password, and you guys can come into it, right? Because I think can we do it that way, or do I have to invite everybody? That's the other part of it. I need to learn how all that works because I haven't done it for a long
think
time.
you have to do the invites or drag people in. I'm not sure.
All right, we'll
Unless
figure
you don't
that out.
Password it. If you don't password it, then anybody can come in.
No, yeah, you got.
That
I'll
means
have
you'll
to
have-
password
you'll
it.
have-
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because
All right, cool.
I don't want people picking random stuff. Where is it here?
Come in with a mouse.
There's a winter auction coming up, guys. No information on what tanks they will be yet, but that should be in February. February. The update 1.23.1 is theoretically going to have the Japanese heavy tank line.
Okay.
Yep. There'll be Frontline Onslaught, the winter auction, the aforementioned winter auction, Chinese New Year. So this is for mid-January. So the next patch is mid-January, which makes sense. We'll go through Christmas, and then there's the leftover Christmas stuff that goes on, and then there's the mid-January patch. So you'll see all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the rumors on that stuff there. And what else we got? Here's the second half. We did this last week. What happened here? Oh. So we had overwhelming fire. I don't even remember that.
No, it doesn't ring a bell to me at all.
Yeah, but it had these like the auto cannon guns, the machine gun cannon gun things, I think is what that was
Oh,
about.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Bartle Turtle, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. We had obviously Battle Pass, multiple Battle Passes last year. Then there was this event, Maneuvers. I don't remember that at all. Was this
No,
that was a clan
that
thing, I
no.
believe, right? The clan event. It was 7v7 clan event. So that had the Konkaro 45-2 and these other tanks that were up. So that happened, and we had what else? We built the Kampfpanzer 07 PE. Remember that whole thing with the numbers? I don't have any word on anything new like that. So
No.
not sure if anything like that's going to go on next year, but we are having the what was it? Auction. We are going to have an auction. Frontline happened a couple times last year. We had update 1.22 with the Brit wheeled tanks.
Yeah.
That happened. Rebalanced maps. Was looking at this. Let's take a look at this, fellas. Let's just do. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, I know what I want to do. Hold on a second. We're gonna do a poll on this. We're gonna do a poll as soon as I figure out how to do it again. Here it is. End poll. Could not end poll. Delete poll. Okay, great. Why can't I delete the poll? View results.
I don't know.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. Now, how do I view results? Delete. What the? End poll. Cannot end poll. What?
Well, I've just ended the other poll. I've just ended that.
The KPZ one?
Yeah. So you should be all right now.
Now it won't let me freaking. The poll ended. Great. I have some kind of bug. Now I can't make new polls. Anyway, all right. Well, so much for that. That was a great idea. Too bad it can't happen because I don't know what's going on with that. My question was, is Mountain Pass better or worse? I think Mountain Pass is worse by miles. Better? Ugh. Ugh. I don't know. How about Fisherman's Bay? I don't notice a big difference on Fisherman's Bay. I don't even know. I don't even remember what they changed. What did they change? They changed the top bit a bit, and the buildings moved around again. But I don't think Fisherman's Bay.
Yeah, no, there's
Yeah.
definitely a couple of more points of cover. Now,
Plays the same though. I don't
had
see
it
any
yesterday.
difference in it. It's no big difference. Studzianski.
Yeah,
I think
Studzianski.
that's better.
Yeah, a lot better. That dip
Yeah.
now feeds out, so you don't get perma-trapped, not tracked, but perma-trapped in that dip. You can actually feed up now from
Right.
the from
It's
the
still
north
the
side.
same idea of trying to get
Yeah.
that central thing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's a few more options and ways to do it, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah.
And for hold down tanks, it's pretty good. Back to Mountain Pass, it's the change has swapped it from one of the more imbalanced maps in one direction to one of the most imbalanced maps in the other direction. So
I disagree. The ice road is far better for the north spawn now.
that's what I'm
But it used to
saying.
be.
The auto.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
It just swapped the side that had the advantage, and
Yeah.
statistically, it's again still one of the most imbalanced maps in the game. So their fixes, while people might like some of the things that they can do on it, it did not fix the problem of it being completely imbalanced.
No, but
So-
there is one way to counter that. If you're south spawn and you go down the ice road, you can go down the hill. You know, you go left, and everybody else then goes to the bridge and all the rest of it. You can go left down the ice road. There's a couple of little islands. If you can get past them and get into that nook in the corner just before the bridge, you can then trap anybody coming from the north spawn
Yeah.
coming down. They can't get past that corner because you're there. But you need to be in a fast medium to do that. So that always used to be an option, but it was very dangerous to do that. Now with that extra cover,
It's
you
better.
can get in there. I've done it. Yeah, I've done it.
It's not
twice.
great. It's better.
No, it's not great.
Yeah.
It's better. But if that's the only advantage to the
Because a
other
fast heavy from the other side can get there and shoot you in the side before you can cross.
Yeah, if you've got T10 on the other side
Yeah.
or something like that, something that's fast, you've got to take the chance.
Right.
But if you're in there, it is a good position because then, as long as the other flank is being covered, you're not going to get shot up the chuchter because you've got that little nook you can sort of tuck into.
Well, the problem with that position, like most positions that are high risk like that, is you're winning or dying in that one move.
Oh yeah, no.
Right,
absolutely,
you can't get out.
Yeah,
You're either going to
Yeah,
tear
yeah.
them up and push and win, or you're
You
going to
need your
get
team, yeah, exactly.
or
You
you're
need
gonna
your
get
team to be
mullered.
on the ice road doing it.
and you're
yeah.
trapped. You can't get out of there, dude. You can't
Mm-hmm.
retreat. You can't go back to the middle because that's probably controlled by the other side. So
Yeah, I mean, I was very fortunate. I had 3 people come with me, not to that point, but to the point where they could control that corner. So if I was peeking and poking and taking out their heavies coming through, then they would then take advantage of that. They pushed that corner then because they could see the near deads because I was taking so much damage off these things. But if you don't have that team with you and they'll hang back on the top of the ice road,
yeah,
you are buggered basically. Yeah, got you.
right. All right, Oyster Bay. I don't notice a huge change. Mocha's got somebody. Mocha's got a live
Postman.
one. Yeah, I don't know. It's Sunday, so I'm not sure who she's yelling at.
Oh.
Oyster Bay, didn't notice a whole big change on that, to be honest. Lakeville, man. The Lakeville, how did they manage to make Lakeville into the Valley meta?
Well, I have not done the Valley on Lakeville since the changes. So have they done something different on there? Because I always
Everybody
go to
goes
town
there,
anyway.
man. The majority of you will find the majority of your team in the Valley these days in Lakeville. The
That is
majority of your
horrendous.
team. It is, and going there in that narrow little spot and playing peek and poke and shooting pixels is my idea of absolute hell.
And it also gives artillery the opportunity to rack up a lot of damage, or at least a lot of stun and all the rest of it. Because, yeah, camping in the Valley, really, that's not the way to go, is it? Oh, is that what they did, Cliff? You took out the swamp terrain in the Valley.
Yeah.
So it's slow, but not instead of really slow.
I mean, the city is still important. You can still put pressure on them, but really, it doesn't take much to defend guys trying to push from the city, right? So
No.
unless you have a really overwhelming force, you're not really going to get in behind the guys in the valley until way late in the game, and that's not
Yeah.
easy at all.
No.
The valley has the advantage of being able to turn around and defend your cap from city pushes pretty easily, provided you're not really pushed in the valley. So I get why people are doing it. Plus, it's hold down, and the hold down meta adds into it because you got all these strong turreted tanks. That's where people want to go. Yeah, Gator. Actually, yeah. I mean, good players go there because they can farm people, and you can grab a lot of damage.
Right.
There's a lot of hit points in one spot, right? So if you're a really good player and you can go to a place where there's all kinds of hit points, you're going to go there because you can gobble up hit points doing it. And if you're
Here's the thing, Guido, that I've learned from playing with you and some of the other good players that you've allowed me to join with you, is I am taking a look at the team makeup and where it is over the top with heavies, and I'm in a medium, I will go to the heavy point, the known heavy brawling point, to farm the damage off the heavies, because
Yeah.
that's where all the points are.
hold on a second. Someone's yelling outside.
Yeah.
I got to see what's going on here.
All right, bud. Yeah, that's right, Gazer. Yeah. But I've found that my game style has changed slightly, in so much that if you want to get damage, you have to go where the points are. And invariably, if you're in a medium, then you need to go where the heavies are and just take your chances, but don't obviously face them, but take your chances. Let your heavies do their thing and just pick them off. So I am slowly increasing my damage rate by playing that way. Instead of getting the 1,200 damage, I'm starting to get 2+. So it's farming, but I think it's farming in so much that, I don't ignore the other points on the map, but certainly if I want to get some damage, I'm looking for where all the heavies are.
Well, there's a skill level above mine where farming is winning. Where they farm so hard and do so much damage, they win. You know what I mean? For the rest of us, you try to replicate that gameplay. Yeah, you might get some good damage, but it's not necessarily a winning strategy.
It's not a winning streak, no. It's not a winning
I mean, it can be if you do well enough, you got help and all that stuff. So I don't know. It just seems to be, to me anyway, it appears more people are going to the valley than anywhere else. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You can rail against and go, oh, that's a stupid meta. That's not how you win the map. But if that's how people are playing it and winning it, then that is how you win the map. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
you have to bring
Yeah.
reality into it. At some point, you have to understand that that is actually what's happening, despite
Well,
what
I
you
think-
want to have happen. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I think the telling point is two things. Is the game we had when we pushed the valley, but we pushed the valley with like 5 or 6 others, and we just swamped it and did it. And that works if you just keep going and pushing and keep going, because you have to commit at that point. That's a game we had. And then the other thing is, if you start to ignore the town and the other team doesn't ignore the town, they're around very quick. They are fast very quick, and you all of a sudden you're fighting on 2 fronts there.
Yeah.
So, I still think the city's the way to go. I look at what the team does. If everybody deploys to the valley, I'll probably hold back off the cities a little way and try and farm those pushing through. But you end up dying very quickly. Anyway.
So here's the way I go about it now on that map. So I don't like going the valley because I don't like that kind of gameplay, and that's a personal problem, right? And maybe that's a bad idea to begin with. However, the way I do it is I will head to the city, look for shots across the middle if we can, the standard stuff there. Get into the city, but not push too hard. Pay close attention to how much comes with you. See how much goes into the valley, and then when you start to spot guys in the city, assess whether you can actually stay there.
Yeah.
And then fall back to defend your cap if you have to.
Yeah.
And don't get stuck in the city if you're completely outnumbered. Once you get a good idea of where their guys are, then you can go from there. Like, there's nothing going on in the city. I need to swing around, work middle, or come back to the valley and help them push. or defend Valley if they're losing. You know, you can make that decision from there. That's just how I look at it on that map anymore.
I think more and more I'm taking that sort of stance. I'll go to the city straight off, but more and more I'm looking around and thinking, first of all, I've only got one other person with me, and then secondly, it's funny. I don't know how this works, but sometimes, and not all the time, but sometimes when your team pushes the Valley, for some strange reason, the enemy team pushes the Valley, and nobody goes to the city. So you sort of,
I think that's
the city. Where are they all?
That's because it's the meta. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody's going there,
got you.
right? Everyone. You'll see 7 tanks from each side pile in there, and then you got the 2 or 3 campers, of road guys, and an arty, and that's leaving 3 guys or whatever to go to the town. But you got to be careful because if they make a serious town push, you can defend the Valley pretty easily with less tanks, especially if the team that's got more isn't aggressive and isn't pushing. That stalemate will last for a while anyway, while they shoot at each other. So if you send few and they send a bunch, then you know you've got an advantage in the city. You got to clean the city up pretty quickly because you may have to go back and defend.
Yeah. It's about spatial awareness, really, isn't it? On that particular map, if not so on all maps, but certainly with that sort of meta, it's like, okay, let's watch the game for the first couple of minutes and see where it's at.
Right. Yeah, Cliffy, I talk a big game, but I probably do that more often than not. Go to a spot, start shooting, die.
Yeah.
And then on
Zemke's being French. Run away.
the 1 in 10 game where actually you make an intelligent decision to reposition, those are the ones I feature on the channel. That's how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah, the best ones always go on the channel.
Yeah,
of course.
That way I can pretend that's how I do it every day. Every day. Cliff changed a little bit, but I don't think enough to matter that much. I don't even know what they changed on Cliff, to be honest. There's a couple extra rocks, I believe. They sort of changed the rocks on the approach up to the little,
the
face.
beach changed as well. The beach has changed. It's got extra rocks in. Pretty sure.
No, Cliff is the one. The Cliff is the one.
No. Shut up, Nick. Yeah. Shut up, Pilgrim. Shut up, Pilgrim. I'm thinking the beach one.
Live Oaks changed a little bit. I haven't noticed that. Actually, I like Live Oaks changes, especially going from, I think, south to north. It's easier to get on that ridge and work them over. Coming the other way, it's much more difficult. That's the one with the train tracks and the ravine that you can grab, Live Oaks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got the city up in the, I think, northeast section, and then it's got the train tracks. That's where we always go over there.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at whether how that's changed it, but so there you go. Some rebalanced maps. It's been a mixed bag. What I do appreciate about it is that they're giving it an effort, and it changes things up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, throw in the dynamic events that happen as well on certain maps. At least they're trying to, and their blurb, when you read their blurb, the dynamic event will change the tactical situation. And I guess it does. I've not yet come across, I've been on maps where the dynamic thing has happened somewhere else on the map, so I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know whether it does. But I would imagine it does change the tactical position a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? I haven't seen that change my games too much, to be honest. It's been something of a non-factor overall. I suppose over a larger sample size, I'll probably come up with some games where it's a factor. I haven't even had it be significant enough that I could even feature it in a video. And I haven't had any of you guys send anything and go, oh, look how this changed this fight. I haven't seen it. They seem to be far enough into the matches that the matches are almost always determined anyway.
I think the fact also that you can die in these things.
Yeah.
People back off because you get the warning, you get the 2-minute warning, whatever it is, don't you? So,
but that's what I'm saying. I've never actually been even near them. I've never been near where it happens, like where it's even. I'm not even in the zone, so I'm like, well, that's interesting. So. All right, Season Azure Pegasus, that happened. That was Onslaught or Assault season, new Assault season. Battle Pass again. Watt Plus has you covered.
Yeah. Spend your money now while you can.
Automatic rotation of tanks. This one, I read this morning, and I'm like, what do you mean automatic rotation? And I'm like, oh, when you're upside down. Do you know, you've seen me do videos of tipping my tank over, right?
Oh, yeah.
since that thing came out, I've tipped one tank over.
Yes, I was going to say I haven't done
One.
any. Yeah.
Like I can't even.
The whole thing, eh?
Bizarre. Like I'm not even sure what to make of that, to be honest. Like
Confirmation bias.
was the game tipping me over on purpose
Absolutely.
to get it
You're a
to
CC. It was
'cause
doing
they're-
it on purpose.
Yeah, because to try to ruin my stats.
That's why I never tipped over, because I'm crap.
Because I remember when that started, and everyone's like, "Hey, have you been able to see how that works?" And I know it happened once on stream. We watched it as I flipped my tank flip back over. But honestly, guys, I am not kidding. I haven't tipped a tank over hardly at all. That one time I can even think of. Weird.
But my question is, if you go upside down next to a feature, a building or a bridge or something, and when you flip, it flips you inside the pixels of that particular feature, how the heck are you going to get out?
I don't
You're
know
gonna
if
be
it
stuck
does.
in it, aren't you?
I think we'd have seen that if.
Oh, do you not think that would happen?
Yeah, somebody would have made a video if that happened.
I guess so, yeah. I
Yeah.
guess I would go, oh, yeah, flipped into a building, look, you know.
So there's
Can't get
there's
out.
the conspiracy, Obandu, and maybe not necessarily conspiracy, but also sort of the one of the questions I have, like, is it harder to flip now? Did they change something to make it slightly harder? I don't know.
To stay on your roof, you mean? I
Yeah.
guess it continues to roll from
Yeah.
now on. Yeah.
Yeah. I did see a replay. It's going to be featured. It's with shoot, who sent it to me? I can't think of the name right now, but one of you guys sent me a replay. It was a Renegade replay, and even 90 came off and landed on its side. Actually, it didn't land on its side. It landed on its front.
Brilliant.
So it was, and I think on its roof. So it was a weird way it landed. So the tracks couldn't get any traction on anything.
Right.
So he was,
yeah.
and so the front, I think, on that tank sticks out enough that he just kind of landed. I'm looking at it going, now it didn't last long enough. He died before he could turn back over, but I'm watching that going, I wonder if it's going to work for him or not. Well, I don't think so necessarily.
Yeah, that's
he
the
wasn't
point.
upside down,
It's
is
not-
the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not fully upside down, but you're on your side. Will it flip you back on again?
Right.
Because there are a number of times I've gone up, like a slope, and I've dropped onto my side.
Right.
But you don't get the 10-second counter there.
Right.
Because you're on your side. So you just sit there on your side being completely useless until somebody comes and nudges you. So I don't think it will work for that. I think that'll be your team needs to come and nudge you a little bit.
Rocking resets the counter. Oh, really?
Does it?
So you have to hush, be still, little tanker. I don't know if it was yours, Cliffy. It wasn't your Cliffy name, but I guess I don't know what is your wargaming name different? I don't know, but this thing was like on the front piece though. It was like that.
Yeah.
What's funny is whoever it was got close enough. The dude turned his turret. He actually put a shot into him because he got in front of the gun.
Nothing worse than being killed by a tank that's on its side or on its front, is there?
He didn't kill him, but he did take a piece of it. You seem like, oh shoot, he gets out of the way. All right. It was an ELC even 90, so he's a little autoloader guy. We had Project Hyperion, so that was fairly recent. Update 1221. That was the crew interface stuff, but we didn't really get the crew rework, just pieces of it. The Elite level system, loved by everybody.
No understanding of that one.
So important that they did that. Mirny 13, another frontline, another battle pass. We actually got the KPZ thing, the newer KPZ thing. Steel Hunter Evolution. Okay.
Yeah.
1.23. That was the random events,
Yeah.
and then the winter stuff. And that's pretty much the year, guys. That is it. I think that's.
To be
everything
fair,
I've
over
got.
the year, I think overall, without picking individual things out, I think overall it's been a good year. I've enjoyed this year really. Probably not as much as the earlier years, but then that's nostalgia, isn't it? But this year has been a good year.
It was a good year because I think they did a lot of they made a lot of efforts in improving stuff. Some of
Yeah.
it was hit, some of it was missed, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I thought the battle passes are cool. I like the battle passes.
Yeah.
You know, Yeah,
it's
Todd.
an opportunity. Battle Pass is the opportunity to have those big battles and put some credits in the bank. Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I think the year I would agree with that. I think Wargaming did a pretty good job of making a good year with attempting some changes. Again, mixed bag, but that's what's going to happen. I mean, if you honestly believe that you could develop a game better, then I highly suggest you do so because you're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we do call them out when we think they've done something stupid, and I've been right and wrong on both sides of that fence along the way. We talking heads. That's what we do. We sit here and we talk about it. And you're going to take a position. Sometimes the position is right. Sometimes it's wrong. But I would definitely
but
say
we've all got opinions.
yeah. And we all have something else, and they stink, right?
Here's a thing. Here's a thought to ponder. If you look at the zombie genre of games, there is a myriad of zombie games out there. Scum, DayZ, Last Day, blah blah blah. You can there's a room full of them. There's not that many World of Tanks type games. There's War Thunder,
Right.
There's World of Tanks.
Yeah.
There's maybe one or two others that come across that's just purely about tanks. So I think they've got a real niche here, which is one of the reasons why there are X million accounts, albeit not paying that many
Well,
players.
because in my opinion, the combo is there's a couple really key things to this game that has kept it going. The first one is accessibility in terms of it is air quotes easy to play and difficult to master.
Yes.
And
Yes. Good point.
RNG and dispersion, even though you may hate it, has a huge part to do with that. If this game had been more like an RTS where you aim, you hit, it would never have lasted this long. Because because it would have the striations between good and bad would be so great that you'd start losing the lower echelon of players because they just say F it.
Yeah.
So you may hate RNG and dispersion and the mechanics, but that is in fact what keeps a lot of people around and keeps the queues. The second thing I think that they got right is they do have an attention to detail for the historical stuff. And yes, I have a fake tank right here as I'm talking about this, but these are designs and prototypes and things people talked about. But the base game has tanks that actually existed. And I like that they've gone off in these different directions. You may not like the space age, this, that, and the other, but I think it still stands true that their attention to detail to the historical pieces of tanks, maybe not specific vehicles, but tanks and how it goes, is good. I'm not saying this is a historical simulator. That's not it. It's an arcade game about tanks with some pretty cool attention to detail on the historical.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think when you touch on the space bit or the various sort of features that they've done, they've always been modes against the main game. I think the main game is pretty much, although I've got a tank full of spacesuits, do you know what I mean?
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a crew. It
Yeah.
doesn't affect the tank itself. You know what I mean? It doesn't make it look like a futuristic tank in any way. So I think, but the modes were good because they're off to one side of the main game, and that's the way they should keep it. The main game is World of Tanks.
Yeah.
Everything that's bolted on, the football, the whatever it might be, that's just bolt-ons, and you can pick and choose to play them if you want. And
Right.
I think that's a very good way of doing it. Very good way of doing it.
Yeah, guys are saying, so A for effort, B for execution. That's kind of where I am, Obandu. Somebody else said A, C+ for final result.
Yeah, Six Pack Daddy said A.
I think there's an argument for that. I'm in the camp of A for effort and B for execution, to be honest.
I'm along those lines.
Maybe B minus. So we're really splitting hairs between that. But I think that's good. But that's about all you can ask for, to be honest. Yeah, there could have been some things done better and some things not done, but in the main, in the big scheme, this year they did a way better job of giving a shit and trying.
Yes, I think that's why it's been a good year. I mean, we sort of bumbled along for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But things were happening in the background,
Right.
I mean, the whole Ukraine thing and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Let's not get into politics, but so things were happening about. But this year, I think they've recovered sufficiently enough to give us a good year. I've enjoyed this year in World of Tanks, to be honest.
So unpopular take, too many events. That has been discussed also by CC's Gator. That's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand you want stuff going on, but on the other hand the FOMO piece, and I don't necessarily appreciate that too much, but I will go back to what I always say about that stuff. If there's too much stuff going on, then don't frickin' do it. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not throwing that at you or anyone out there. I'm just throwing that out as, then don't do it, right? But I've seen videos of people, there's a specific one right now that's out there, and the whole premise is the evil corporation tricking you. Don't be tricked by wargaming into. Dude, shut up. Honestly,
It's a game.
no. Well, first of all, nobody's being tricked, right? You have free will, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have free will.
Yeah.
And my problem with people who take that stance is they automatically believe they're smarter than you. They have to, because they are revealing to you the secret of how you're being manipulated.
Yeah.
I'm so smart. I figured you're dumb. I'm smart. You should not be manipulated. Here's why you're being manipulated, because the evil corporation is trying to get. Come on,
Yeah.
dude.
It's called free will. You pick up
Yeah.
you pick up your mouse, you click on a button, you download a game, you put some money into it. Well, who's doing all that?
Yeah.
You are. It's not. They're not. Nobody's got a gun to your head. Nobody stood behind you twisting your left arm up. while
I
you're
have
moving your
I
right
have
hand.
friends. I have friends. Not close friends, but acquaintances. People I know. They go on weekends and they buy classic cars. Like 2 a weekend.
Oh, crikey!
Like, and my point of that is that's their hobby and they have that money, right? So if somebody buys 500 boxes, that might be like going getting a coffee for you and me. So
Yeah.
the assumption that everyone is in your particular lane of life, and that
exactly.
and that
Yeah,
everything is based around you and how you see things, dude, you got to grow up, man. And I don't want people who don't have money to buy 500 boxes and that's their entire budget for the month. That's obviously something I would not want somebody to do. I would hope people wouldn't do that. But also, too, and in addition to, that was their choice.
It's you can't legislate for people making choices, can you? That's what free will is all about, isn't it? And,
Yeah.
and it's sad if somebody does spend a month's wages on boxes, but nobody's forcing them to.
And the other thing about that, the whole thing about, I'm so smart, you're not, is the, how do I want to put this? Is extrapolating the edge cases and making that into what's the main, i.e.,
The center.
i.e.,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew this guy and he didn't have a lot of money, but he really liked the game, and then he spent his whole budget for the month buying boxes, and that was a ripoff for him. Like, okay, I know that happens, and I know that you have people who are challenged in life and might make bad decisions for a lot of reasons, but all of a sudden we want to extrapolate that to the entire population. Like, that's not how it works,
exactly.
man. The
Exactly.
majority of people.
Or extrapolate it to a corporation that is trying to do that on purpose. They're not.
Well,
it's a business.
of course
They
they
can't give
are.
you an opportunity. Yeah,
Of course they're trying to sell boxes, dude.
exactly.
Like, no one's
all it is.
doing
It's a
this
business.
to you to buy the box. I figured it out. This company's trying to make money off of me. Let me show you how that's happening. Oh, really? Well, you're some kind of idiot. Of course.
Yes.
Come on,
Yeah.
dude. Come on.
Yeah. You don't run a business by not having things to sell, do you?
That's right. How dare you?
Yeah.
Oh, the whole thing.
And it is you that's bought it, my friend. So you're ranting and railing on the forums about this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
You're the one that actually got your credit card out and went tip tap with
Yeah.
the keyboard. Get a life.
I was lured. I was lured. No, you weren't. You made
Welcome,
you made a decision. I'm sorry you didn't like your decision, but you made a decision.
No, you made it. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yes, bring back artistic bobs.
Oh yeah, we could do a bit of that.
What about the children? So that whole rant went off from too many events. I think in principle I sort of agree with that. A few less would be awesome. One of the reasons being for me is the can't think of the term for it, but the time spent on other things, opportunity cost. If you do a bunch of events and a bunch of stuff, then that's where your efforts are put. If you do less, maybe you can put better efforts in smaller things, in smaller places, or less places. Let's say that more effort in less places. So I would appreciate a little bit of that out of them. But again, there's people that like Steel Hunter, right? There's people that like front lines, all that stuff. So
yeah. Oh, I mean, there was a good point made earlier on. It feels like things get clashed in World of Tanks. So you might have, a BP and a frontline event happening at the same time. But as pointed out by Solo, they're different competitions. So you can pick and choose. You can I do frontline.
Right.
I love frontline. I'm not really bothered about battle pass.
Yeah.
Frontline I love because I make loads of credits.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any problem with that, and that's a great way to look at it. It's like,
you can
okay,
run 2 or 3 events. Yeah.
Now, we have discussed this in the past. The one thing I'd like them to watch, and I think they do an okay job with it, and maybe a little bit more, is if you gate certain rewards and certain equipment or things behind certain events. That does make people go, look, I want that, but I can't get anywhere else, so I have to play this thing I don't really like because I want the prize, and that's a decision. You can make that decision. Absolutely. That's that kind. I don't like that too much. That's one of the things I don't like that they kind of tend to do. But I think they've even opened that up a little bit to where you can get stuff from multiple places.
Yeah, I think things like the experimental equipment was at one point I think was gated behind. I can't remember what it was now. It was pretty much gated behind one event, wasn't it? But now you can get them for this. You're clicking a little counter slot machine and you end up with it experimental equipment. So it's fine.
See. Neeming, love Frontline, smaller version of Frontline runs with half players count all the time. Would make me play this more random battles having the only thing. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but that's kind of Frontline's thing though, right? Because it's a massive map with kind of chaos going on in every direction. It's about time. It's about the value to you and fitting. Yeah, agreed. Bruins, absolutely. They can make it not free and say you have to pay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's technically free. You can do it free. You will take a lot longer.
Well, my EU account, I have spent probably over the years probably a couple of £100, but that's just buying premium tanks. Most of it I've won in competitions. So and I've waited for tanks to be available for gold. So either win gold or even credits or what do they call those things? Bonds. So I haven't spent an awful lot on my EU account, so it's almost technically free to play.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they could do a lot of stuff at different tiers. Grand battles at lower tiers, events at lower tiers. There's so much they can do, and again, that's the opportunity cost, what they choose to spend their time on, and they got all their bean counters figuring out how much money they make off stuff. So it's
that's a good point. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like grand battles. But I like the fact you've got massive maps with, 30 versus 30 or whatever it is. I can't remember. I like that.
I think
it's just so much fun.
I think I don't know if I have that turned on or not.
Well, I've definitely got it turned on. I don't see it enough, in my opinion. One in every 2, maybe not that many, but 1 in 100 games, 150 games or so. I'm seeing it.
Where is that? Historical maps under development encounters. Oh, I don't have it on. Let's just turn all this on. I turned off Assault a while back because I thought it was hurting my ability to do submissions, but seeing as I have no ability to do the 279 mission, I might as well turn it back on. I don't know.
You have to pay certain people for the 279 early, didn't you know?
No, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. All right. Should we try this?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Well, help me through this. All right, so what do I have to do? I have to go...
Right, where you at?
Team training.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me just
create
let
a
me get
room.
your screen open bigger. I'm decreasing chat, so if I can't see chat, I do apologise. Right.
We're going to do
so you can
proc.
set up a training room in any particular map. Yeah.
We'll do proc attack defense just so it's standard. We'll have it last 15 minutes. Ooh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, we'll have it last a long time. Just
Yeah, because it is artillery, isn't it? It'd take 15 minutes to reload.
okay. 30. So do I need to do? I guess I have to do by invitation. So there's one of the limits. Wait, what is this? Attack defense? Oh no, I don't want attack defense. I just want regular. All right, there we go. What can this go to? 30. Okay. So the only way to do it is so I wouldn't have to do by invitation. I can just do this, and you guys can find it. But I need a password. How do I do that?
Yes.
Do I do create? And then can I put a password on it? So what have I missed? Why can't? Is there only way to do it without a password? The only way to do it limited is by invite, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm just swapping windows around at the moment. Hang on.
So I don't know this. I don't know this person. Does this person see? That's what I'm. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to modify room. You can't put a password on it. That's a bummer. All right, so we're gonna have to do an invitation. Delete room. All right.
Yeah, you have to do invitations.
So
But
we're gonna
then
create-
everybody, delete that. But then everybody who wants to will just.
Well, they'll have to type their name in down there, and I'll try to find everybody as I can. This is just a quick test, guys. So we're gonna do tier 6. We're gonna do tier 6 Artie. We're gonna go by invitation. There we go. All right. So I need to invite. Who we got? Who wants to go? Can I just?
Well, obviously me, yeah.
All right. So we'll go Pilgrim. Are you in? You're not in your. You're not in your.
I'm in game. Yeah,
are you?
I'm in game. Yeah.
What? Why don't I see you?
Well, I can see you in the clan.
But what? Cliffy's here. That's weird. Wayne's here.
Hang on. Where am I at? No, I'm on US Central.
I don't see you. Why do I not see you? Error. Operation invite to team is suspended. Oh, that's because I clicked it twice. We got Cliffy. Why don't I see everybody? Could have a chat glitch, huh? That's dumb.
Oh, hang on. Maybe my settings are out. Let me just see. Well, it shouldn't be. You should see me anyway. Show off point players.
See, this is why this whole thing is a total pain in the rear. All right, I got 2 of you. All right, hold on. Let me see. Who else wants to go? Meldeeth? Meldeeth, okay. Invited. We got, is Fast Red Horse in here? Yes, he is. Invited. Who else wants to go? Extra battle types because it's harder to drop in together when we do the clans. Who else wants to go, guys? Zimbo, okay. Why do I not see Zimbo? Does Zimbo have some kind of... Yes, he's got the underscore thing going on.
Might be in my settings. Hang on, let me just see if I can be... Because I might not be able to get invite... Accept invites to platoon in battle.
Zimbo. Boom. Who else? Todd sold that. Yeah, man, if you want to, I'll get you, Todd. I don't see you, though. Did I already get you in there? Who else wants in?
Still can't see
Yeah,
me.
log out and log back in, Pilgrim.
Yeah, I will do.
Switching to Zemke, okay. How do I move these guys? Oh, I just do this way. Oh, good. There we go. Meldeeth, Faster Horse. We'll grab Cliffy over here. Who else, guys? Who else wants in? Sure, Yoo-hoo. Why can't I invite people now? What is going on with this? All of a sudden my invitation thing doesn't work? This is ridiculous. We're doing tier 6 Artie, Yoo-hoo. Problem is, all of a sudden I can't invite people. There we go. All right, got Yoo-hoo. Who else we got? Who else wants in? Do we have Black Horse in? I don't know if he's around, but oh, see, look at this. Now I can't. So annoying.
If you're sending an invite, is it like the invite comes up in the
Yeah.
notifications?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
All right, Yoo-hoo's here. Yoo-hoo wants to be our light tank, so we'll put him over with us. Yoo-hoo left. He's out. Zemke coming in. There's Zemke. All right, invite Zemke. All right, throw it out there, guys.
Have you nominated which tanks it can be?
Tier 6 Artie. Tier 6 Artie. Don't care.
Tier
Tier
6
6 Artie.
Artie,
Yep.
okay.
Tier 6 Artie for sure. So I will not be playing my Type 63. I'll have to go figure that out here real quick.
Right, so I'm back in now.
Zemke, you don't get to play your 155. Dare Todd. All right. Oh, it's D. I was looking at her T. Why do I not see you, Todd? I don't see you here. Are we not friends? Such a pain. Yeah, Todd.
But you don't have to select. You don't have to select team training to be able to be invited.
See, I don't see Todd either in here for some reason. Do you guys have the selection to not be invited by people who aren't your friend or whatever? We should be friends though.
Yeah, we are friends, but I'll unclick it anyway, and just see if that makes any difference. So I've unclicked accept invitations only from friends in the garage.
Well, there he is right there. He's in the clan. Why do I not see him here? Can we invite? Is that going to create... That creates a platoon though, right? That's not what I want to do. That is so weird. I think you have a setting or something, dude, that doesn't let me do it, and I don't know what it is.
No, neither do I. I've just gone into settings and just...
Ah, here we go. Hold on. So accept. There we go. All right, now we're friends. Let's see if that fixed it. I thought we were already, but maybe not. There he is. Got him. All right. We're definitely friends, though, right, Pilgrim?
Yeah, we are.
There you are. Finally got you.
Cool.
But I have to... There we go. All right, got you invited. Oop, that was Revan. That was wrong. There we go.
I haven't got an invitation yet.
Yeah, hold on. It's really funky how this works. All right, there we go. Now we got you.
Got it
invited.
now.
Cool. All right, so we'll throw Pilgrim over here. All right, so that gives us a 5v5. What does the left mean? Oh, they're doing their tanks. That's what's going on there. Are we missing anybody? Throw it down in chat. I'll give it a few minutes. Let me go pick my tank. We have a Super Chaffee. Good. Yoo-hoo's going to be the light tank. Todd, do you have an Artie? We don't need only one light tank per side here. I'm going to go get my tank.
Right, I'm gonna click out of chat purely because I need all the resources because I've got a potato for a computer.
Okay.
So I'm gonna close off the Twitch stream.
Okay.
So guys, if you're chatting in chat, I can't see it. I do apologise.
Okay, so I've got a 304. We have an LEF. That's all good. We got one light per side. Did I miss anybody? Jayhawk, let me get you in here. There you are. Yep. Boom. Okay, we got Jayhawk coming. Who else? Did I actually invite Cliffy? Did I misclick? What? This thing is driving me nutty.
Cliffy's
All right.
in.
There we go, Jayhawk. Now it's coming. I clicked the wrong name. All right. Do we have one more? We'll put... we have the LEF, so we're going to take him. Plus, it's my team. God, I want to win.
Ah, there you
Oh!
Oh,
That's
man.
BS, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Now remember, fellas, the light tank can't shoot. All right? The light
Ram, but not shoot.
light tank,
Ram.
right? All right. You know,
We're still waiting on fast red.
yeah, Fast Red Horse is deciding. Is there anybody else that wants? We need one more. I don't see anyone else.
And no capping.
No what?
Capping.
No capping. Okay.
No capping. Kill all, no cap.
All right. Ready up, Fast Red Horse, and we're gonna do this. All right, here we go. Now, oh, Pilgrim is now dicking around. You guys are killing me. Get in here, Pilgrim.
I'm in.
No, you're not. You left. There you go. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Boom. Maybe.
Can't believe you got the leaf. That's out of order. You got the leaf. That's so wrong.
Well, it barely moves, and you have a scout. It should be absolutely
Yeah, no, we
Muller.
got a leaf as well. We've got a leaf as well. I'm not
Yeah.
letting you know that.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Yeah, that's what happened. Well done. Well done, Todd.
All right. Well, this is good because you're on the other team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so we
Red
can give
Horse.
each other grief, even though nobody else
Yeah,
is in the
yeah.
voice.
I can give you toxic, no problem.
All right. Super chaffy. All right, guys. I'm thinking. I bet the other side would be smarter, but I'm doing this. Oh, I see Pilgrim.
You don't see Pilgrim. You don't
Yeah,
see
I do.
Pilgrim.
I see him. I see
Pilgrim's
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim's got so much camouflage. You
No.
can't see him. He is cammed up to the eyeballs.
Oops. Oh, I can't even. Forgot about the range on the 304. Zimbo did not forget. I like this. We got a layered defense. I can already feel like there's too much tactics going on here. There's not enough chaos already. Oh, I can't even reach. Uh-oh. Alright, they didn't go this way. They're not on the 0 column. So don't go up the hill.
Yes.
Oh, there's their scout.
Good
Kill him.
spot, good
Kill the
spot,
scout.
good spot.
Kill the scout! It's Zemke. Oh! Oh, he's ganking our LEF. Oh, we got Artie's over here. Oh, we have an LEF on the side. I can't reach anything.
Ram kill, ram kill. Oh,
Oh, did he get a ram
super
kill?
chappy.
Jayhawk, kill him, buddy. Get the 2801. Son of a... Oh. Get the shotgun his ass. Get him. Boom. Oh, no.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die. We're gonna get him.
My team's losing. We even have an extra attack. Oh, we've killed the scout. It's over. It's over for you fellas.
No.
Oh, I don't have the range. I've not done anything. I'm going to shoot at him. There we go. Hit him. Ah, that's fantastic. Look out, see you. He's after you, man. All right, we're going to get this LEF. Light the LEF. I need to know where the LEF is. Is he here? Oh, man. Oh, no, I got spotted. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That is not good. Fast Red Horse ganked me with the LEF. I went too high up the hill. All right, let's ride along. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo's got to light the LEF. We got 2 guys to get. There he is. There's Fast Red Horse. Oh, he missed. He missed. Oh, he's dead. Where's the other? Oh, he just shot. Okay, he's over in that corner. All right. All right, you. Oh, Pilgrim's been spotted.
Oh no! That is so out of order, spotting me.
Where's he going? He's gonna go off the hill, man. No shot. Oh no! Oh, he used a kit. He burned a kit, man.
Yay!
He's trying to drown himself. He's trying to drown.
I'm going for the water.
He's trying to drown. Kill him. He's trying to drown.
I'm going to drown my tank.
Don't let him
That's
drown.
what artillery players do, isn't it?
Ram him, Yoo-hoo. Oh, shots coming in. Oh, Zimbo's coming. Oh, shotgun in the face. Ramming. Boom. Oh. Uh-oh.
Gonna drown the chappie. Gonna drown the chappie.
Uh-oh.
I was so trying to drown that chappie.
Oh, good call, Gator. We'll do a city map next. Let's do Himmelsdorf.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Can I just change the map without creating a whole new? Can we all stay in the same thing and change the map? Yeah, I can modify the room.
I'm not sure.
Yep. All right, let's go to Himmelsdorf. Boom. Oh, beautiful. You can change the map. All right. Same teams, guys. Anybody else want in? Let me give you a couple minutes here. We'll do one more. But if anybody else wants in, here we'll send Jayhawk over here, so that the other team has the extra guy this time.
Yeah, you had the advantage.
Yeah, we had it. We did. We had an
extra.
extra. Yep, we had an extra tank. That's true.
Yeah, that's why you won.
I'm actually gonna.
Skill set.
Guys are changing up. So it's Himmelsdorf. Let's go all Artie. No scouts. Yoo-hoo, do you have a tier 6?
Yeah.
Do you have a tier 6 Artie? Because we don't need a scout on Himmelsdorf. Everybody go Artie.
This is going to end up a cluster, this one.
Well, we can do higher tier. I don't know how many of these guys have a tier 10, though. Yoo-hoo, we wanted to start here just to kind of goof around with it for a little bit. Oh, turn on the random events? Is that a thing? I don't know. Well, we'll look into that. Is that something you can select in the modify room? Maybe. Player limit, battle duration. I don't see that. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can do that. All right, pick your tanks. Come on. Look at these guys. Yoo-hoo and Zemke are colluding over on his server, I bet.
Yeah. You really? In Discord? What's your loadout? What's your loadout on your FV?
It's just a bunch of... well, it's only one shell you can carry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
I got a rammer, a GLD, and a rotation device. I'm actually running
I
food,
got turbo and everything on mine, mate. It goes fast.
All right, ready? Todd, get in there, buddy. Todd, all right, here we go. Battle starting. Himmel's derp.
Himmelsdorf door.
This is Himmel's derp.
Derp. Himmel's derp.
Let's all right, fellas.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I guess the LAF is going to be a little behind in that, but that's all right, Todd. You'll get there eventually. You're cleanup. Todd, you're the
Jayhawk, I love the flag. The
Todd-
flag on the back of your M44 is cool, man.
Todd, you're the cleanup hitter, dude. Whatever's left, you clean them up. Dun 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 dun. All right. So up the hill. Yep. Just zing right up there. Oh, they got it! They got my plan! Oh no! Pilgrim missed. Slam on the brakes and spin. Oh, yes! Oh!
Didn't even get rammed. I got no damage for that.
Yeah, Meldeeth, you're not. Oh!
Oh, man.
Oh, Meldeeth got me. Clippy's after him in the Sioux 8, the mighty Sioux 8. Oh, he tries to ram. Someone's getting derped. Oh, no, he's gonna. No. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
All right, so they got the banana road. Here comes the attack. Zibbo's coming in.
Oh, Meldeeth. he missed.
Todd Soldat's in. Meldeeth missed. They've got him pincered. Zibbo's gonna zap him. Oh, this is gonna hurt. No. Oh, everyone's turning on each other.
Where you getting?
Oh, Todd Soldat nukes him.
Meldeeth is behind.
Oh, it's out. Oh, you who did not listen to my commands, you who went up to the hill, did not listen. All right. So we have an LEF and an M44 against an LEF and an M44. Todd is cornered. He's going to shoot him. Oh, this is going to hurt. Somebody missed. Todd missed. Oh, no. Wayne's coming in. He's trying to get around. Where's the other LEF? The other. Oh, Wayne nukes him.
Good Wayne. Good Wayne. Behind you, Wayne. Behind you.
Oh, you who took a shot coming in.
Yes. Oh, he's on his. No, I thought he was on his side for a minute. Then you were laughing there. Wayne.
What happened to Fast Red Horse? Where is he driving? Oh, this is gonna hurt. Wayne's gonna nuke him.
Ram. Oh yes.
Oh!
Wayne is a champion.
Where the heck is Fast Red Horse? Where'd he
I
go?
don't know. I don't know.
Was he not playing?
Yeah, he was.
Well, you should know. You see the map. Where'd he go?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see the map now. It's exiting. That is just absolutely crazy.
All right, that's about as fun as I thought it would be.
Cool.
That's awesome.
All right.
That's awesome. All right, guys, I gotta get going. All right, so this is gonna be even better when we get like 15v15.
Absolutely. On
Yeah.
a big old map. That'll be cool, won't it?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, guys. Awesome stuff, man. All right, I got to get going. I appreciate everybody coming by and checking out Coffee Talk. We will set this up for the clan and friends. Obviously, you don't have to be in the clan. So we'll let you know what's going on with it. We'll advertise it and get everybody in. Let's go find somebody to raid here. Who we got? Not a lot of people up. Go back to World of Tanks. Who we got? If you guys have a recommendation, appreciate that. Major Tom, thank you. EBR Racing is another good one. Fast Red Horse, that's another good one for sure.
While you're looking, final note, I have booked Tank Fest Saturday the 29th. I know it's going to be a struggle for you, but Quinetic's going to meet me down there.
Oh, sweet.
So, yeah,
Alright.
if you don't make it over, I'll still do a GoPro stream.
Yeah.
We'll meet Quinn. I'll probably go down on the Friday, stay overnight, Saturday, do the Tank Fest Sunday ride back.
All right,
So
hold
I'm going
on.
on the bikes.
When is it?
It's Friday the 28th of June,
28th
Saturday
June.
the 29th of June, and the 30th of June, Sunday the 30th of June.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to go down there on the Friday, stay overnight, and do it on the Saturday the 29th.
Right.
Be riding back on the 30th of June. Go down on the bike.
Sweet. All right, I'll try to figure that out. All right, guys.
All right.
We're going to go raid, what's his name? Walst. What's his actual first name? 06 Walst. Steven?
Stephen.
I think
Yeah.
that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. Have a fantastic week. Should have some DCS content for you sometime next week as well. I'm kind of planning on streaming on Wednesday. There will not be a stream on Christmas Eve.
No.
So no
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, no stream on the 24th. You guys have a good one. If I have some time to play and just say hi or something, I might do that, but usually I don't because it's all family oriented. So we will see you guys later. We're going to start the raid. Four, three, two, one. Later, guys.